Hey everybody, welcome back to another 978 Customs video. Today we got Spider SAIYAN. It's kind of a mix from Dragon Ball Z and Spider-Man. So Goku and Spider-Man, if this was a mix. There really is no background story to him. I think it's just a concept character. Someone drew up some artwork and then posted it online. And that drew up some inspiration for some cosplay designs. A bunch of people started making their own and, wearing them at Comic-Cons and stuff, and it became kind of popular. So Spider SAIYAN, I guess, was the term they all came up with, just kind of like Super SAIYAN. That's pretty dope. I think it's pretty ill, man, to be honest. I've never really been a fan of Dragon Ball Z, so all you Dragon Ball Z fans, don't knock me. I've always known main characters and like certain ones. I just never really was a faithful fan, I guess. I knew Goku, Goten, Gohan, Piccolo, Vegeta. What's that pink guy's name? Majin Buu or something like that. One of my best friends was a Dragon Ball Z fan. Here I use the new Ultimate Peter Parker, that comes with the Space Venom Build-A-Figure part, and a little shorter than Pizza Spider-Man. Kind of the same size of a female figure, more or less. It's a teen buck mold. It's a decent body. It works well and stuff. But let's just get into the figure, right? Because I'm procrastinating. So, before that though, this was a commissioned figure. Normally I wouldn't have probably done a Goku Spider-Man. Nothing against Goku. I know I said I was taking a break, but it doesn't look like I'm taking a break. I still got a bunch of stuff to do, so I'm gonna keep it moving, I guess, and go with the flow and see what happens. This was commissioned. He inboxed me and he asked me if I could make it. I said sure. He gave me this reference picture, and here's the reference for you guys. So when I saw the reference, I was like, yeah, I can make this. This is pretty kind of simple if you can work around the ab crunch, which was kind of the hardest part. But I did manage to work around the ab crunch, so it is still functional. It does allow movement. If you want, we can just get into the figure. Here is Spider SAIYAN. Also, I wanted to mention, this is the first time I used abs epoxy. I have it all the way in the back. I should grab it for you guys. It's the first time I actually ever used it. So with it being my first time using abs epoxy, I think it was okay. And everything is still functional. We'll get into that in a second, but here's abs epoxy. I'm gonna do a review on this thing because I think it needs its own review. I mean, I'm sure other people have reviewed it, but for me, I want to review it only because normally I've been using this stuff. I use this JB Weld for minor sculpting. You can see that it doesn't come in a lot. It's $5 for both of them. It's the same concept. It's a 2-part adhesive, and it's simple, but it's dangerous to work with. It stinks and it's very sticky, so you can't touch it. This is the reason why I'm always wearing these gloves. With this, you don't have to wear gloves, but look at, just touch. Look at, oh my god. So I'm gonna have to switch my gloves now. But yeah, this stuff it works. It's like I don't know. We'll get into it in the review. I just want to show you guys. This is what I used for the first time. Testing. This is all an intermission. I can't sing for shit. No. All right. So that's just what I used basically. It's a 2-part adhesive. You guys want to take a look at what it looks like. One part is like grayish. Well, my color is gray anyway, neutral, and then this part stinks, actually. It smells like, I don't know, like corn chips. I don't know what this smells like, but it doesn't smell pleasant. It doesn't smell bad. It smells better than the JB Weld, to be completely honest with you. But it has this weird smell to it. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's get back to this guy. So I use Abs Epoxy Sculpt for pretty much this whole torso piece, the top piece, the ribs. I didn't do this back part here because I felt like when it came to crunching, I'd have to sand this back part. I feel like I should have did a bit. I should have did something, but it's not so bad. Like, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't make much difference. The articulation is better than having it there and then hindering a bit of articulation where I wouldn't be able to move it, or where you wouldn't be able to move it, because this isn't mine. but I wanted to do my best on it. The sculpt is okay. You know, I feel like I could have smoothed it out a bit. I think I pressed in a little early with the pen, and I messed up this back so many times. This front side was kind of easy, to be honest. I have some before pictures. You want to take a look? And that's what it basically, before it being painted, I just sculpted the chest area and these little lightning bolt kind of things. But it does move again. It does go all the way like it's supposed to, and it won't scratch. I mean, maybe. It hasn't for me yet. And I've been doing this for a while. So the torso is not hindered. I do have a little detail in this. I don't know if you can tell. Let me just like, yeah, well, I don't know. I can't focus on this thing right now. There is some shading in the hands and everything, and the legs and everywhere. Damn, this camera's not picking anything up right now. This blue is not. Maybe it's the background or something. It's not just working. Yeah, I can't see anything right now. It's kind of bugging me out because I do want to show you that there is some nice shading on here. We talked about which body mold to put it on, and we kind of agreed on the smaller body because Dragon Ball characters are normally small, and then when they Super Saiyan, they get more brolic. So, you know, before he gets all Super Saiyaned up, he's kind of tiny. And if you want to see his head, swap. I swap this. I did this head sculpt with epoxy. Again, I've never owned a Dragon Ball figure. I've only seen Dragon Ball figures online. Maybe my cousin had one or two. My neighbor actually has a few of them, and he let me snap a few photos of Goku's chest piece that it comes off and stuff. So I wish I could have just bought one of those and modified it, but I don't think it would have fit anyway. But he allowed me to take some pictures of it for reference, and I appreciate that, brother man. And I painted the hair a couple shades of yellow with orange in it. But again, this lighting isn't doing any justice whatsoever. He asked me to put some eyebrows in there, and he wanted me to paint the eyes blue. The eyes are blue. It's kind of hard to see. Now, shout out to you guys who paint faces and do them all the time, because damn, it was really tough to get that pupil in the center of blue. The eye's blue, and then the pupil's black in the center. And it was hard to kind of like drop that one dot in there. And this little thing, I forgot what it's called. I grabbed this from that Nick Fury body, the Nick Fury extra head, and it was perfect. I had a Nick Fury I just bought recently, so I had that extra head, and I just sliced it off and then sculpted it in, and I lined it up to the best as I could to fit this head. What I had to do with these spikes, right? I just took some sculpt, I made it. I put it all over his head first, like I rounded it out as much as I could. Then I, separately took each spike, rolled it up, flattened it on my finger, and made it a kind of spike, and I pressed it on. And I blended each spike in with the sculpt that was already attached to the hair anyway. So I did that single-handedly for each one of these things. And as they were drying, I bent them up a little bit, and I was trying to play with them and do some lineage and stuff. But at least now I know I can play with it. And if you want to know what the sculpt is like, the best way to describe Abs Epoxy is it's like a Play-Doh in the beginning, and then when it dries a little bit, it's kind of like a wax, and then after that it's like a concrete. So it works really well for figures. He was kind of worried that the hair was too big. For me, I only went off the concept design art that he sent me. It was just kind of flat up. For me, every time I see a Super Saiyan, I usually see him with bangs and big, long, spiky hair. And thank God he didn't send me one of those images, because the head would have been so heavy with the sculpt, I assume. But I would have wanted to put a couple bangs in. He did ask me to add a bang, and I didn't get a chance to do that. And the hands, you know, I just gave them all the accessories that the figure comes with. Normally, it's pretty much 2 whipping hands and 2 open hands. So YouTube, there he is, Spider SAIYAN. If you guys like this custom and you want to see more Spider-Man customs, feel free to click like and subscribe to see more of this stuff in the future. Thank you guys.
I gotta do it my way. I roll up, I roll up, I roll up, I roll up. I gotta do it my way. Hey, baby, what's your name? Wait a minute, hold on, let me guess.